My name is Kim Jacobsen. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I'm an attorney, and I'm a person living with Parkinson's. I wanted to give you an update about my Parkinson's journey. My plan had been to give you a 2-year update, but that was in July. So this is about a 2.5-year update almost. One of the reasons that I probably didn't get to the update as I had wished was I've been super busy with work. So, and there is a Parkinson's tie-in to this. I'd been doing civil litigation at a government agency for quite a long time, many years, and was very happy in that role. But then my manager decided to retire, and that opened up some new managerial roles, some leadership roles at my agency. And recently I've taken on one of those roles. And I think what is sort of noteworthy is that a lot of people with Parkinson's are diagnosed more often in their 60s, maybe their 70s, and they're not having to make these sort of, I will say, work Parkinson's bounds. But there's a lot of folks that are mid-career and have to decide, is this the time to retire and take it easy and focus on my health? Or can I do those things while still taking on a substantial role at work? Sometimes I feel like when people normally go left, I just assume I should go right. I'm hoping that was a good decision, but I've taken on this new position. But what I've needed to do now is balance my time better and learn to balance my energy, because there is no way you could do everything even when you want to. And as folks with Parkinson's know, or people who are caregivers of Parkinson's folks, energy and fatigue is a huge issue. So I've been doing a lot of work balancing my activities. Not as successful as I would like to be, but it's a work in progress. But I also think that having this leadership role at this time in my life makes a lot of sense with my Parkinson's diagnosis. And I know that sounds odd to say, but I don't think I would have been as good a leader prior to diagnosis, because I think I have a lot more resilience now, which is very important in a leadership role, and compassion and empathy, and quite frankly, just a sense of what's important in life and what's not. And I think those are all really good skills for a good leader to have. My leadership role, work in progress too. I'll let you know how it goes, but so far so good. So that's been a big change for me, and that has delayed me doing some of the advocacy that I've wanted to do. But I've also been called to do a lot of Parkinson's advocacy that I never would have imagined I would have been asked to do when I first got diagnosed. Being an attorney with Parkinson's has led me to opportunities speaking to other attorneys or law students about being a person with a disability, being a lawyer with a disability, and just talking about my journey. So I've been asked to speak at some Bar Association conferences virtually, and I've done that, and it seems to have been well received. I also have spoken to some law school classes. I've spoken at a law school diversity conference. I also appeared with my friend Kathy Flaherty in a Connecticut NPR StoryCorps segment talking about being friends with disabilities and being attorneys with disabilities. I've also taken up a little bit of politics. I've been appointed to my town's Disability Commission, which is great because it lends my voice to what's going on with disabled folks in the town. I did my first Parkinson's Optimism Walk, and my group was the second highest fundraisers. Thank you for those on Facebook that have contributed. That was super, super exciting. I've also participated in clinical research. I was a participant in a study through Yale New Haven, which consisted of blood tests and MRIs and cognitive tests and scans and more blood tests. I'm not sure what they're doing with it, but I'm hoping it's something helpful for people with Parkinson's. They explained it to me, to be honest, the science, way above my head. But I think it's really important to participate in clinical research if you can, because that's the only way we're going to find better treatments and a cure. People actually with the disease participating in that type of clinical research. I'm also a participant in the Michael J. Fox Inside study. If folks who are listening who have Parkinson's or are caregivers aren't participating, please look that up. It's a really important study. It just consists of filling out surveys. I've also done some genetic studies. I found out as of now, they don't think I have a genetic form of Parkinson's. That's not to say that they will not determine that in the future. I was curious because I'm Jewish and there is a genetic link for Ashkenazi Jews to Parkinson's, but I don't have that type of Parkinson's that they know of. And I've made some friends with Parkinson's in real life, so that's super cool to be able to talk to people, face to face who also have this disease. On the not as good, I had my first fall, and it wasn't balance related. It was a situation where I just got very overwhelmed and frazzled, and I was trying to do too many things at once, and I thought a chair was right in back of me, and it was a little bit to the right, and I just fell. And it was embarrassing, and it was right in front of people, and it taught me a valuable lesson. I need to try to keep my calm, which is not always easy to do, but also to not do too many things at one time. Sometimes I notice when I'm trying to do something physical and someone's talking to me, it's difficult to do those two things at the same time. So I need to be cognitive of if I'm doing something physical that could lead to a fall or an accident, that I may want to separate those tasks. From a health-wise, I feel like I've been pretty good. I have now am being treated by my third movement disorder specialist. So my first doctor was not a good fit for me personality-wise. My second doctor I loved, but he decided he wanted to go into research rather than treating patients. So I'm actually back to the practice where I saw my first doctor, and I'm seeing a different doctor, and this seems to really be a great fit. When I started seeing him, I was having a lot of fatigue, and I just figured, well, that's part of Parkinson's. And I was, especially in the morning, I felt like a zombie. That's the only way I could describe it. And so when I met with him to have like the initial evaluation, I said, I kind of feel like a zombie in the morning. And he's like, let's add a dosage of meds. And I didn't realize that just adding one dose could affect your whole day. And he spaced the doses out better for me. So I had been taking a dose at wake up time, midday, and at nighttime. So now I'm taking a dose at wake up time, at 11 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, and at bedtime. And that seems to have made a huge difference in my fatigue. I don't feel as zombie-like in the morning, but more importantly, I don't feel like I'm gonna fall asleep in the afternoon. So that's really been a game changer for me. And I'm really glad that he made that suggestion. Physically, my main issue continues to be my back, lower back pain, and now added on to that sciatica. Interestingly enough, the lower back pain has been a little better since I added another dose of meds, but sciatica, I am having a heck of a time getting over. If anyone has any tips for sciatica, let me know, because the things that I've been doing for my lower back, which has been really successful, which is the chiropractor, doing Pilates, a lot of stretching, and physical therapy, has not so far been as successful at getting rid of the sciatica. It's definitely helped, but it just keeps coming back, and every time I think it's going away, it kind of comes back and hits me again. But otherwise, I feel pretty good. I feel like my mobility is, if anything, increased. I have a physical therapist that I meet between 6 months and once a year with, that does a neuro check on me. And she said that by all accounts, I am doing better than when I was first diagnosed. And, I contribute that to the exercise, but also the meds, because the meds are helping with the rigidity, and it's making it easier to do some of the physical activities I'd like to do. But overall, I'm feeling really good. spending a lot of time honoring my energy, trying not to be overscheduled, but still trying to keep a positive attitude, and trying to just embrace whatever gifts life gives me, especially those that are Parkinson's advocacy related. I hope everyone's doing well and enjoying the fall. It's beautiful in New England, and I wish you all love and peace.